विघ्न विनाशक
पार्वती तनया विघ्न विनाशक
पार्वती तनया विघ्न विनाशक
पार्वती तनया विघ्न विनाशक
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश
सिंधुरवदना प्रथम वंदना
सिंधुरवदना प्रथम वंदना
सिंधुरवदना प्रथम वंदना
सिंधुरवदना प्रथम वंदना
अलख निरंजन मूषिकवाहन
अलख निरंजन मूषिकवाहन
अलख निरंजना मूषिकवाहन
अलख निरंजन मूषिकवाहन
पाशांकुशधर शंभो नंदन
पाशांकुशधर शंभो नंदन
पाशांकुशधर शंभो नंदन
पाशांकुशधर शंभो नंदन
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय
पार्वती तनया विघ्न विनाशक
पार्वती तनया विघ्न विनाशक
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
सिंधुरवदना प्रथम वंदना
सिंधुरवदना प्रथम वंदना
अलख निरंजन मूषिकवाहन
अलख निरंजन मूषिकवाहन
पाशांकुशधर शंभो नंदन
पाशांकुशधर शंभो नंदन
मंगलदायक देवा
मंगलदायक देवा
जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय
जय
गणेश
गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
पार्वती तनया विघ्न विनाशक
सीतारामा श्री रघुरामा
सीतारामा श्री रघुरामा
सीतारामा श्री रघुरामा
सीतारामा श्री रघुरामा
आनंद रूपा हे गुणधामा
आनंद रूपा हे गुणधामा
आनंद रूपा हे गुणधामा
आनंद
रूपा हे गुणधामा
दशरथ नंदन जानकी रामा
दशरथ नंदना जानकी रामा
दशरथ नंदन जानकी रामा
दशरथ नंदना जानकी रामा
पति विहारा श्री साई 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 रामा
मधुवन रमणा हे घनश्यामा
मधुवन रमणा हे घनश्यामा
मधुवन रमणा हे घनश्यामा
मधुवन रमणा हे
घनश्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
सीतारामा श्री रघुरामा
सीतारामा श्री रघुरामा
आनंद रूपा हे गुणधामा
आनंद रूपा हे
दशरथ नंदन जानकी रामा
दशरथ नंदना जानकी रामा
पति विहारा श्री साई रामा
पति विहारा श्री साई रामा
मधुवन रमणा हे घनश्यामा
मधुवन रमणा हे घनश्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
रास विलोला राधे श्यामा
सीतारामा श्री रघुरामा
जय जगदीश हरे जय गोविंद हरे
जय गोविंद हरे
जय जगदीश हरे जय गोविंद हरे
जय जगदीश हरे जय गोविंद हरे
नित्यानंदा ब्रह्मानंदा जय गोपाल 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 हरे
अरुणाचल शिव ओम त्रिशूलधारी शिव
अरुणाचल शिव त्रिशूलधारी शिव
अरुणाचल शिव त्रिशूलधारी शिव
अरुणाचल शिव त्रिशूलधारी शिव
हरिनारायण ओम साई नारायण ओम
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 जय देवी भारती विद्यादायिनी अन्नपूर्णा माता ओ
जय देवी भारती विद्यादायिनी अन्नपूर्णा माता
जय देवी भारती विद्यादायिनी अन्नपूर्णा माता ओ
जय देवी भारती विद्यादायिनी अन्नपूर्णा माता
जय जगदीश हरे जय गोविंद हरे
जगदीश हरे जय गोविंद हरे
नित्यानंदा ब्रह्मानंदा जय गोपाल हरे
नित्यानंदा ब्रह्मानंदा जय गोपाल हरे
अरुणाचल शिव ओम त्रिशूलधारी शिवो
अरुणाचल शिव त्रिशूलधारी शिवो
हरिनारायण साई नारायण
हरिनारायण साई नारायण
जय देवी भारती विद्यादायिनी अन्नपूर्ण माता
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 जय जगदीश हरे जय गोविंद हरे
युग युग के अवतार तुम्हें
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
युग युग के अवतार तुम्हें
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पर तेरा
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पति राम
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पर तेरा
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पति राम
जग के पालनहार तुम्हीं हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्हीं हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पति राम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पति राम
जग के पालनहार तुम्हीं हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही
जग के पालनहार तुम्हीं हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही
युग युग के अवतार तुम्हीं हो
युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पर तेरा जग के पालनहार तुम्हीं हो के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणं
कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणम्
कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणं
कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणम्
कमलनयनं नारायणं
कमलनयनं नारायणम्
कमलनयनं नारायणं
कमलनयनं नारायणम्
कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणं
कस्तूरितिलकम्
गुरुवायूर्पुरनारायणं
गुरुवायूर्पुरनारायणम्
गुरुवायूर्पुरनारायणं
गुरुवायूर्पुरनारायणम्
कलियुगावतारनारायणं
कलियुगावतारनारायणम्
कलियुगावतारनारायणं
कलियुग अवतारनारायणम्
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणं
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणम्
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणं
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणम्
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणं
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणम्
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणं
गोविन्द गोविन्द कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणं कस्तूरितिलकं
कमलनयनं नारायणं
कमलनयनं नारायण
कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणं
कस्तूरितिलकं
गुरुवायूर्पुरनारायणं
गुरुवायूर्पुरनारायणम्
कलियुगावतारनारायणं
कलियुगावतारनारायणम्
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणं
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणम्
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणं
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणम्
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणं
गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायणम्
कस्तूरितिलकं नारायणं
प्रेम करो सब प्रेम प्रसन्न होगा। दीन दुखियों से प्रेम करो, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दीन दुखियों से प्रेम करो, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। साई मेरा मैं तेरा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। साई मेरा मैं तेरा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा।
साई मेरा मैं तेरा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा।
ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दीन दुखियों से प्रेम करो, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। साई मेरा मैं तेरा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दीन दुखियों से प्रेम करो, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा।
विद्यादायिनी भगवती,
विद्यादायिनी
भगवती,
विद्यादायिनी भगवती, नमो 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 साई नारायणी,
नमो 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 साई नारायणी,
नमो नारायणी
नमो 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 साई नारायणी
विद्यादायिनी भगवती
विद्यादायिनी भगवती
चिन्मय रूपिणी ज्ञान स्वरूपिणी
चिन्मय रूपिणी नाद स्वरूपिणी
चिन्मय रूपिणी नाद स्वरूपिणी
चिन्मय रूपिणी नाद स्वरूपिणी
नमो 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 साई नारायणी
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 विद्यादायिनी भगवती
विद्यादायिनी भगवती
नमो 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 साई नारायणी
नमो 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 साई नारायणी
विद्यादायिनी भगवती
विद्यादायिनी भगवती
चिन्मय रूपिणी नाद स्वरूपिणी
चिन्मय रूपिणी नाद स्वरूपिणी
नमो 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 साई नारायणी
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 विद्यादायिनी भगवती
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
मन्दहासमुख शशिवदनी
मन्दहासमुख शशिवदनी
मन्दहासमुख शशिवदनी
मन्दहासमुख शशिवदनी
चन्दनकुङ्कुमा अलङ्कृतवदनी चन्दनकुङ्कुमा अलङ्कृतवदनी
चन्दनकुङ्कुमालङ्कृतवदनी
साई महेश्वरि राजराजेश्वरि
महेश्वरि राजराजेश्वरि
साई महेश्वरि राजराजेश्वरि
साई महेश्वरि राजराजेश्वरि
ॐ शक्ति ॐ शक्ति ॐ शक्ति
ॐ शक्ति ॐ शक्ति ॐ शक्ति
ॐ शक्ति शशिवदनी
मन्दहासमुख शशिवदनी
चन्दन कुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी ॐ शक्ति ॐ शक्ति ॐ शक्ति ॐ शक्ति
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
करुणाभिराम कमनीय राम
करुणाभिराम कमनीय राम
करुणाभिराम कमनीय राम
करुणाभिराम कमनीय राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
कोदंड राम कल्याण राम
कोदंड राम कल्याण राम
कोदंड राम कल्याण राम
कोदंड राम कल्याण राम
शरणागत परिपालन श्री चरणा 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 राम
राम श्री राम साई 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 राम
समर विजय राम साकेत 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 राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
करुणाभिराम कमनीय राम
करुणाभिराम कमनीय राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय राम
कोदंड राम कल्याण राम
कोदंड राम कल्याण राम
शरणा रामा श्री रामा साई रामा
रामा श्री रामा साई रामा
समर विजय रामा साकेत 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 रामा
राम श्री रामचंद्र जय जय रामा
साई मात पिता गुरु बंधु सखा
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 तेरे चरणों में साई मेरा कोटि प्रणाम
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 साई मात पिता गुरु बंधु सखा
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 तेरे चरणों में साई मेरा कोटि प्रणाम
तेरे चरणों में साई मेरा कोटि प्रणाम
मुझे शक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
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 मुझे भक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुझे मुक्ति 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 दो मेरे साई शिवा
साई मात पिता गुरु बंधु सखा
साई मात पिता गुरु बंधु सखा
तेरे चरणों में साई मेरा कोटि प्रणाम
तेरे चरणों में साई मेरा कोटि प्रणाम
साई मात पिता गुरु बंधु सखा
साई मात पिता गुरु बंधु सखा
तेरे चरणों में साई मेरा कोटि प्रणाम
तेरे चरणों में साई मेरा कोटि प्रणाम
मुझे शक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुझे शक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुझे भक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुझे भक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुझे मुक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुझे मुक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
मुझे मुक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा
साई मात पिता
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನರ ಹರಿ ರೂಪ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನರ ಹರಿ ರೂಪ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನರ ಹರಿ ರೂಪ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನರ ಹರಿ ರೂಪ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈದೇಹಿ ಮೋಹನ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈದೇಹಿ ಮೋಹನ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈದೇಹಿ ಮೋಹನ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈದೇಹಿ ಮೋಹನ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನರ ಹರಿ ರೂಪ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನರ ಹರಿ ರೂಪ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈಕುಂಠವಾಸ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈದೇಹಿ ಮೋಹನ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ವೈದೇಹಿ ಮೋಹನ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
Om Shri Sai Ram, offering our collective prayers and love at the lotus feet of our beloved Satguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, a loving Sai Ram to one and all. We would also like to extend a very warm welcome to our sisters and their families from Mudanali, India. Swami, Swami has so graciously invited them to join us and partake in our satsang here at Sai Anandam. Vasudeva Kutumbakam means the world is one family. And as one big family, we are so blessed to collectively bask in Swami's divine presence today. Dearest Swami, it is truly your infinite mercy and compassion that you are here once again blessing us with your darshan. Our hearts overflow with gratitude to be here with you today. Thank you. Before we move on, I would like to invite our first speaker for today, Uncle Yugu. When I first asked Uncle Yugu what he would like me to say about him, he said, just say a servant to his master. Swami is his everything and he is nothing without him. Well, for those of us who also know Uncle Yugu, know that he's always someone we can turn to for comfort, guidance, advice, love, and lots of laughter. No matter whom he interacts with, he leaves them feeling a little lighter, a little brighter. With that, I would like to invite Mr. Yugumaran to say a few words.
Nowadays, the notebook is becoming smaller. Saram Swami, on behalf of all gathered here and those who are watching live and the virtual cast, we offer our love and gratitude to you. Saram brothers and sisters, I trust all of you are keeping well. I think now I have to warm up because I don't know what to speak now. As I took namaskar from Swami, I just said, I offered myself to you, Swami. And I remember him saying once that if you choose God above all others, He will choose you above all others as well. If you give yourself to God, God will give Himself to you as well. So in this context, I just want to share a small story. A story about a merchant with 4 wives. I know all the men looking. This happened a long, long time ago. And so every season, the merchant will journey to the Far East to replenish his supplies, right? And each time he travels, he will ask his wives what they want and what they desire so that he can bring back those things or gifts upon his return. So the day he set off, he asked the first wife, she's often unwell. So she asked for some tonic or vitamin or herbs, medicine to stay healthy. And these are things that they couldn't find in their town where they live. The second wife is fixated on her appearance. So she naturally asked for some luxurious jewelry, cosmetics, skincare products to maintain her beauty and how she looks like. The third wife is the intellectual one. She sought for books on history, culture, and new discoveries. And finally, turned to the last wife, the fourth one, and asked what she wants. And she said that she just wished him to safely return home, and having him home is all what she needed. So then the merchant set off, complete his travel. He came back and gave everything the wives asked for, first, second, third. But for the fourth wife, he went straight. He said, since you want my presence, I give myself to you. So God is like the merchant, he gives what you seek. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Swami has explained there are 4 types of devotees: Arti, Artarati, Jignasu, and Jnani. So the first wife seeking to solve her problems is like Arti. Second wife is like Artati. She's seeking wealth and status. Third wife, seeking knowledge for the curious mind. And of course, the highest form of devotion is only the last wife, the fourth wife, where she wanted only God, nothing but God Himself. So, I think true fulfillment in our lives does not come with the possession of external things, knowledge or possessions, but it's really our true deep connection or inner connection with God. And like I said, the highest form of devotion is only to ask for God, God alone. But coming to this stage, wanting of God alone and only to live for God only, doesn't come or given to everyone just like that. It takes, of course, God's grace and a lot of effort, yearning and spiritual effort, sadhana, over a period of many, many lifetimes. So I believe, I think to some extent, when we are all here, gathered here, I don't know whether to congratulate ourselves that we may have done something good, a sincere prayer, and of course, grace month from Swami, that we are all gathered here for this moment, cherishing this time with divine presence, and this wonderful mission of transformation, love, and transformation. So, I feel so happy seeing a lot of you participating in the mission. And I also have to, with reverence, acknowledge that our blessings to have come to contact or connection with Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, so that we can continue this journey of life, of love. And of course, everyone knows, April 2011, the physical departure, the form is no more. Then in May 2014, in Kodaikanal, the divine story unfolds through this subtle phenomenon. And to me, at least, it marks a dawn of a new era in spirituality. Because the time during Sathya Sai Baba, I had a different idea of devotion and spirituality. And now, I cannot say I know everything, but I believe I've learned a little more from Sadhguru. And then, of course, in July 2019, Swami revealed, Bhagavan Baba revealed example of then Sri Madhusudan rising from human to God. And I was quite thrilled because it instills in me a kind of confidence and courage that a student of Sathya Sai can rise to the level of divine consciousness. And this ascent, normally I've read only in books, concept of with Sri Ramana Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, and all spiritual masters. But here it is in our current times, right in front of our eyes, this happened. And so it gives me a lot of courage and confidence and want to become like him, such an inspiration. But thinking very deeply, it is also because of then Sri Madhusudan, his intense love and yearning for Bhagavan Baba and the boundless love of Bhagavan Baba himself that made this divine transformation possible. Of course, there's a lot of preparation on the part of Sri Madhusudan, and he has told that in this divine, story divine. I think there's more to it than just what has been published or said, Hope he can share with us more. And this is the absolute selfless love. And because of that, everything happens. And Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan's life of selflessness is truly a living example of love and compassion in action. His timeless dedication to serve humanity through education, healthcare, nutrition has touched countless people, the lives of countless people, transcending age, race, religion, and nationality. And now going beyond the shores of India to all parts of the country, 30 countries. But I can tell you this, very soon the whole world will know Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai because of his love, his message, and his commitment to uplift to humanity. And this really inspires me, you know. I'm sure it inspires all of you as well. Today we are also blessed, you know, we are able to, at the ringside, observe him, learn from him, and witness his leadership, not only as a spiritual master, a spiritual guide, but also another form, a lesson on spirituality, what spirituality means. Through his love and guidance, spirituality is not just confined to meditation, rituals, or pursuit of personal enlightenment. It is also a commitment to uplift others. The spirituality is found in the way we treat others, the kind of kindness we offer to those who need, and in humility with which we serve. I often wonder, I've said this before, I often wonder sometimes, you know, it's such a blessing to be in the times of Sri Rama and to fight alongside with him, to vanquish Ravana. I know the story, right? To rescue Mother Sita, and this war on morality, duty, selflessness. And in the times of Krishna, what would be a blessing for us to be together with the Pandavas, with Sri Krishna, you know. They chose Lord Krishna over to triumph over Kauravas. And this is the battle of selflessness, strength, and courage. Today, we are also presented with the same opportunity, equally amazing opportunity, to fight the battle alongside with the same divine principle as we found in Sri Rama and Sri Krishna. All right, the divine principle in the form of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. What is this battle about? This battle about within ourselves against negativity or like selfishness, anger, hatred, greed, and to battle externally with issues like what we see today: inequality, poverty, injustice. And to fight the internal enemy, we need selfless love. And to fight externally, we have to engage ourselves in selfless action. So the truth is, in the redemption of the world and all our fellow beings lies our own redemption. And this is what I think, I believe Sadhguru is teaching us, this truth, prodding and pointing us to discover this truth. So I remember also when I came to his feet, he says, it's not good enough for you to just come and sit here and on my feet. I need you to march on and continue the journey of the realization. So I think for all this thing that's happening, and Swami, your love and message, your guidance has tremendously impacted us, our lives, transformed our lives we couldn't ever imagine. And in this world that we live right now is clouded with so much of confusion, conflicts, material pursuits. And I believe Swami's presence is the only source or a beacon of love and hope. I truly believe that he can change the world. I really believe. and we have a choice. We can change the world with him. But there's only one condition: to become him. That's the only thing. We must become him. Once I asked Swami, uh, the we forget about the divine aspect, just the human vesture. He's so brilliant, so confident. You speak any topic, he can just, everything. He is like a walking encyclopedia. He knows everything in the world. In the past, I actually admired Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, our founding father of Singapore. I think for those who do not know, because he also is one person who is like a karma yogi, live for the country, and he knows everything about the world, so that put Singapore in the world map. And just like that, now Sadhguru is my hero, my superhero, and is putting the Mundalani in the map of the world, become the spiritual capital of the world, or maybe the universe, who knows, right? So to become him, I asked him, how to become you? And he simply said, unbecome you to become me. I know all you laugh. I didn't understand that time because I was also laughing. Unbecome you to become me. So it's such a profound meaning. I went back to the room and started thinking, unbecome you to become me. So unbecome you means to have to let go of Yugumaran, let go of all the baggages, let go of attachment, everything, just like that. So until you let go of Yugumaran, and let God happens. Let go, let God. I think Swami always says that. And I prayed very hard, and what to do. The message is given to me, I have to contemplate and act upon it. And then there's a voice in my head that says, just follow his path. No, just kidding. They all look so serious or something. The voice said, just follow his footsteps. Just follow his footsteps. Swami, on behalf of all my Singapore brothers and sisters, we're very grateful to you for giving us the opportunity to be part of your mission. Over the last decade, this 10 years, has been a wonderful and remarkable journey. Although fraught with a lot of challenges, conflicts, but I would say, is very deeply fulfilling, enriched with a lot of values learned, values in humility, values in faith, surrender, acceptance, being equanimous, and above all, we derive a lot of joy and peace being in the mission, and because this mission brings a lot of hope, dignity, relief, and solace to thousands and thousands of people, the children and their families. And to be part of this, it is really deeply fulfilling. And I don't think we have, if you don't take this chance now, I don't know whether we have any chance in the future. So if you want to change the world, we have to become him. So with that, I thank all of you, and I'm grateful to Swami for this opportunity. I appreciate to cherish this moment. And now I pray Swami to bless us with the divine discourse, and also maybe cover a little bit of the sacred topic of let go and let God. Thank you, Swami.
Today is a very special satsang in Singapore because today we have the very first batch of girl students who graduated, post-graduated, and now interned, as well as now they're administering campuses, which all began with the efforts of the devotees from Singapore when they set up the first school at Gulbarga 2012, and then onwards, this has been a constant journey to the university, post-graduation, and thereafter now they are all administrators and leaders of the campuses. So these are the 21 girls who are here. I present it to the devotees of Singapore. This is your doing. And so congratulations to you about everything else. ಇದು ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕೆಂತ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. Their parents also have come, mothers and fathers of these young girls. ಅವರು ಸಿಂಗಪೂರ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಈ 2012ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಕಲಬುರ್ಗಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದಾಗ ಸಿಂಗಪೂರ್ದವರೇ ಈ ಭಕ್ತರೇ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಈ ಸಿಂಗಪೂರ್ದವರ ಭಕ್ತರದು ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥವಾದಂಥ ಸೇವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಆಗಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ನನ್ನ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ. way back in Jugumaran took us on a memory trip, and the first institution at Kalburgi was a big challenge. Nobody knew what was going on actually. I was equally as ignorant or as knowledgeable as everybody else around. We were just going by what was being told and following blindly and starting things. Nobody was an engineer, nobody was capable of doing an institution so far. But it was the faith of Narasimhamurthy ji who said, okay, we will take it up. And of course, the next is the faith of the Singapore devotees who believed in the cause more than anything else. They asked no questions. They simply plunged in with deep faith in the very idea that it is for the greater good of the society. I think that training that they always had to support the Sai mission came to the rescue of so many children. And these are the girls, the first batch of them. Many of them have come from very small towns. If you talk to their parents, you would get to know that many of the parents cannot even speak or understand English. Most of this discourse is going to go over their heads. So I have to later tell the girls to explain to them in Kannada, Telugu, Hindi, whatever language they speak. But today these girls, I have seen these girls very young. They were little girls with running nose, and now they have all these, they look so smart, very beautiful, and above all very confident about what they're doing, very proud about what they're doing. And they have taken the mantle of the institutions, taking it forward, and under their leadership there are so many more girls who are getting the same kind of education, whom they are training now. This is a wonderful contribution by the devotees of Singapore. And last time I had brought the boys, the first batch of boys, and their parents. They of course were very happy. But this is even more special because getting a girl to get post-graduation degree, get a job like this where they empower so many more girls, and on top of all that, getting them to a country like Singapore. They've been to Sri Lanka, then they went to Malaysia, and now they've come to Singapore. And the next step is they're going back to India, of course. But with that, the parents have come. Many of them have never crossed their village borders, especially the women, and they have come all this way. It is a very great turning point, I think a watershed moment in the mission, and this is purely to the credit of the devotees of Singapore who had the faith to follow blindly and created these institutions which are now transforming thousands and thousands of the lives of girls. And these are just a few of them, but there are thousands back home who are also getting trained the same way. And when Jugumaran said, you're going to change the world, this is how I'm going to change the world. I'm going to change you and you are going to change the world. That is what I'm going to do. And that is the key to success of this mission. Each of them is a reflection of the same divine self, and I'm sure each of them will go on to transform many, many more lives. That's how the world will become better. It's getting better every day through all these wonderful efforts and sacrifices. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಕೋಟಿ ನಾವು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಥ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಅವರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲಾಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಏನೇನು ಅವರು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸಿದಾರೋ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಂಥ ಜನರು ಇದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಹಳ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಒಂಥರ ಈ ಋಣ ಹೇಗೆ ತೀರಿಸಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಕ್ಕಲಿ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲಿ, ಅವರ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಯವರು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಥ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಒಂದು ಋಣ ತೀರಿಸೋದೊಂದು ಒಂದೇ ದಾರಿ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಸೊ ಅದು ತಾವು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. The other achievement that I've had in 12-14 years is that I learned enough Kannada to communicate. I was a Kannada illiterate when I started. And on a lighter note, as Yugumaran was saying, it was those early years in 2013-12 when I had to go often to Mudanhalli. I used to go everywhere, to all types of places, to meet all kinds of devotees, convey whatever was to be conveyed. But I started going more frequently to Mudanhalli because Anandam was established and the residence was established, and now it was like a temple. When in temple we do all Shodashopacharas, waking up the god to putting him to sleep. Everything was being followed like that in Anandam in a little more modern way. So I had to keep going to Mudanhalli and sit through long hours of programs in Kannada, and nothing I would understand. Imagine my plight, that I had to sit through 2.5 hours of continuous speeches in Kannada. Only after that my turn comes to convey the message. But for 2.5 hours I will be sitting, and only the last half an hour or something I'll get to speak. So one day I got a severe headache after sitting through such long sessions. And people will go on and on and on, because it's a very special thing for them to get together in the village under a pandal and then start a new campus, and then you invite everybody and who is supposedly influential, eminent in that area, and each one has to be given a chance to speak. If you don't give them a mic, they'll feel offended, insulted. So by the time you entertain those 10 odd guests on the stage, I would get a severe headache. And these are the things which we have not published, by the way. So these are all from off the records, So then one day I went to Bhagavan and said, I'm getting severe headache sitting through these huge long Kannada sessions in the heat of the day, and I don't understand much, and really I find it so difficult to go through the same thing again and again. Then he said, Aite Kannada nerchuko, he said. In that case, learn Kannada, he said, simply. I said, why should I learn Kannada? I have nothing to do with Kannada or Karnataka or whatever is going on. Because my plan was something else. I was thinking I have a different route in life, I have a different path. And maybe I'll just do my own thing on the sidelines and just go about doing this as another parallel activity, and life will go on like that. But it wasn't to be. It all started very small. And it is his nature to give us small doses, like mothers feed children in small amounts, only as much as they can swallow. So like that it started. So when he told learn Kannada, I was very surprised. I said, why should I learn another language that do Kannada? I don't have a need for it. But he insisted that I learn Kannada. So I did not make any diligent efforts to learn officially, structurally, or methodically. I simply kept on listening to Kannada, and by listening to it continuously, it got inside me. And so enough Kannada to communicate. That is what happened in the years. But just a simple thing in 2013, Aite Kannada nerchuko, learn Kannada, had a huge, profound significance. One small sentence from a master is an indication of what he is asking you to become. It's not just about learning a language. He was creating a whole new future for me and for everybody around me by just saying learn Kannada. There was a hint in it that there is a need for you to do something that you have not planned otherwise. But this is what is going to take you to the next whatever phase. So I learned that way Kannada. Why I'm saying is that any word from the mouth of the master is so potent, is so pregnant with such meaning and such direction. If we don't hear it clearly, then we miss the direction. But if we are very attentive, very keen, very observant, and very, very diligent in our relationship with the master, then one word can transform our lives. That is what has happened. And to again repeat what Yugumaran was saying, when he came and asked me, how do I become you? The answer was, unbecome you to become me. It's very simple. It's a very simple and short phrase. but it has so much of meaning in it. That is what was not asked of me, demanded of me. Demanded of me that you unbecome yourself so that you can become me. When I asked, "Who are you?" he said, "I am pure love. I am selfless love. Nothing else." So all you have to become is selfless, pure love, then you become me. Oh, so I don't have to become you by wearing ochre robes. I don't have to become you by speaking like you, talking like you, walking like you. None of this is necessary. All you have to do is develop that pure selfless love. Now, how much time did it take to do that? It took some time. It took some effort. It wasn't easy because every time human mind, which is based on the animal instincts of survival, asks the same question. What about me? What about me? If I do all this for others, what about me? What about my future? What about my survival? These questions are very, very fundamental, and there is nothing wrong in asking these questions. This is inbuilt in us, that we worry about our survival. Long time ago, when we were species like other animals, since then this has been deeply ingrained in our memory, in our every cell. It's all about my survival first, and then we think about others. He wanted to reverse that whole thing. He wanted us to think about others' survival first and our survival later. Even it wouldn't be wrong to say, don't even think about your survival, that's what he was saying. Just think about others' survival and everything else will happen. But it was very, very difficult to let go and let God. It is not an easy process, especially when you are not in a place of plenty or abundance. You already are struggling with whatever you have, and then you are told that even that you should give away, and whatever you have is not necessary for you. It's for somebody who needs more than you, and just let go. Not easy. It took some time, but I am very, as I said, Master's grace is one thing, and disciples' absolute obedience is the other thing. Both have to come together. A good master means nothing without a good disciple. And a good disciple is nobody without a good master. So it's the coming together of both that is what leads to all these wonderful things that happen. So today, how do we live? We live on the edge all the time. Though everything looks so hunky-dory to an outsider, the onlooker, but we know what it takes to take care of so many people every day. But are we overwhelmed? Are we, crying every day? Are we stressing over it every day? Are we losing our hunger and sleep over it? No. Because we are very sure that we are in the lap of God. And this is God-driven. And therefore, whatever is needed will be given by God. And when we don't get what we think we need, we simply get to understand that this is something that we never needed. And that is why it has not been given. So whatever has been given, we are happy, adjust in that, contented, live like that. This is the way of a devotee. This is the way of a real spiritualist. This Jnani you are saying, Arti, Artati, does Jnani need not eat? Jnani also needs to eat. Jnani does not need a roof above the head, or clothes on the body, or food on the table. He needs all of it. Jnani's family does not need education for children, or whatever survival things. Yes, they also need. But what does Jnani do? He simply remains surrendered to the idea that whatever God provides is fine. I keep quoting this. A long time ago, I had been to a place in Odisha because Bhagwan had sent me on an errand to the Jagannath Puri temple. It wasn't an easy journey because, in such small towns, first of all, today we have all these apps to book tickets and you can get reservations fast and more trains are there, airports are there. In those days, all these, 10 years ago also in central India, all these were far and few. So getting a ticket is difficult. So you get into some kind of a local bus where everybody, including humans, animals, all kinds of people are traveling with you. And somehow you make it next morning in some way. In fact, I used to, those buses would not be even very clean because all people travel in that. And they're used to it. We are not used to it. But somehow couldn't get anything. I went to Jagannath Puri, did the puja as it was to be done. That is also for not my sake and my family's sake. It was for somebody's sake who was not doing well. So for their Odia people from Jagannath Puri, so for their sake I went and finished all that. I was super tired because whole night journey in a bus, the next morning to the temple. It's a very crowded temple. You are really kind of, harassed by the people around there. Everybody catches you for the priest especially. So going through all that by afternoon and you have to come back. So we had to take a train to come back and there was no ticket available. And flights were far and few in those days, maybe weekly ones or something like that. And then taxis were unaffordable. Plus the risk of going through the jungles of Odisha into Chhattisgarh is full of Naxals. So the most dangerous thing is to go in a private taxi. That is the biggest risk you will take, because somebody can catch you overnight journeys. So you don't travel in private vehicles. You only travel in public, or you travel by train. That is the safest. So now there's no ticket. So I got into a train. The ticket collector assured me that don't worry, you get into a general compartment, but next station you will get, at Cuttack you will get a reservation. So believing me, I got inside the train, sat in a corner in a general compartment. It was very crowded. I also remember very clearly there were 2 goats in the same, just next to me, just 3 passengers, and 2 goats were traveling with us, ticketless. But you know how they manage. So I was sitting there thinking it's only a matter of half an hour. The next station comes, the ticket collector will come, and he will tell me you move to the reserved compartment and go ahead. So I kept sitting with good faith, and after half an hour, the next station came. I quickly got up and told the passengers next door, I'm just going to check on the TT and find out whether we can get a seat. So I went there, and then the TT I found and told, what about my reservation? He said, sorry sir, it's a festive season, everything is full. Absolutely not possible. I told, no, I can pay more if there is a special, some concession, something you can give me. He said, no, sir, even if I want to help you, I cannot, because everything is full. Nothing I can do. I was so disappointed. I said, how can that happen to me? I'm a devotee of God. I was on God's errand. It was God's job to look after my comfort. Already I've spent a day or more in such a difficult situation. Now this is not fair. Mind, rebelled. This is not fair. I must get my reservation. At least I should have a good night's sleep and reach tomorrow, because it's going to be a 14-hour journey or so. But nothing happened. I sat there, and other people told that, sir, please don't leave your seat. If you leave and go for too long, somebody else will sit there. Whole night you'll have to stand and go. So that fear, I kept on sitting. And every other 3 stations I would ask the TT if I find him, what happened, sir? Is there a possibility? Is there a possibility? He said, no, sir, there is no possibility at all. So I just sat there. I felt cheated, actually. I felt deceived. I felt, I felt abandoned by God. I felt angry that this can't happen to me. I am an MBA graduate. I am a gold medalist. I am a banker by career. This is my status in the society. You put me with goats and people in a compartment where everything is stinking and all are just, and you won't believe they're all used to that travel. So everybody after some time slept very well on each other, snoring on the floor, on the top, everywhere. I'm the only fellow looking at all of them. How can they even sleep in these circumstances? Luckily I had a window side seat, some breeze was coming, because it's not air conditioned. It's very hot in central India. So somehow I sat through it. Maybe I dozed off for some time. Somehow we made it in the morning to Chhattisgarh from Odisha and reached the station, and then got out, took a rickshaw and came off to my home and took a shower, and I slept because I was so tired. And when I woke up, I was still angry. I was bruised and hurt and angry and felt so cheated. And then I met Bhagavan in the room. We had to have a room. So he had promised me that whenever you remember me, I will come. But for a good reason. It's not a fun game that let us see whether he comes. Not like that. You sincerely need me, I'll be there. So I got up, and I was still angry. I remember that evening arguing with him, saying, how could you do this to me? I did your work. First of all, it's not even for my sake that I went. Suppose I was going through some trouble. I had to go and make a prayer at Puri Jagannath. I understand. You put me on somebody else's track and made me do all these things. I did everything sincerely, bearing all that. At least the onward journey was troublesome. Return journey should have been better. Even that you did not take care. What kind of master you are? You this, that, mind is go on arguing. You know what he said? He told me only one sentence. Learn to remain happy in whatever situation I keep you. Learn to remain happy. So that was something I said, first of all, you're not even apologetic about whatever happened to me. And on top of you say, shut up and learn to be happy in whatever situation I keep you. Don't argue with me. It was like insult to injury. You have ego. Even as a student, devotee, whatever you call, you have this little ego which feels very angry at times with your own master. But he was doing it for a greater reason. I was not capable of comprehending that. And then I sat and thought about it, what he said. Learn to be happy in whatever situations I keep you. There are so many beautiful things in this. Learn. It's a process. So he's telling me to grow, evolve. And he's helping me evolve, helping me learn. So learn to be is the first phrase, if I divide the whole thing. It is a master, he's teaching me, and as a disciple, I must learn. Learning is the first part he taught me. Learn to be happy. In what circumstance? In any situation that I keep you, in whatever situations was the next phrase. Learn to be happy. Second, in whatever situations. Means with God, it's not always about favorable situations. He'll put you in unfavorable situations as well. He'll put you in discomfort. He'll put you in testing situations. He'll even probably put you in worse situation than what you can do for yourself. Take away everything and make you what you will have nothing, and still you have to deal with everything happily. You can't afford to complain, cry, or be angry. In whatever situation, what a wonderful phrase. In whatever situation, ye paristhiti lena. In whatever situation, you have to learn to be happy. And the third most important, that I keep you. It is by design. It is by His will. It is by His design. He has created that situation in the first place so that I learn to be happy. If I just think of these three things, if I divide the sentence into three phrases, learn to be happy in whatever situations, I keep you. It is the Master's desire to keep me in such difficult situations so that I learn to be happy. It was not TT's problem. It was not the festive season and crowded trains. It was nothing to, he could have told me do this prayer and another day when I could book a ticket comfortably and go. But he insisted I leave tomorrow and somehow reach day after. He created this situation and taught me to learn to be happy. This is the essence of by becoming spiritual. To accept everything with the complete understanding that it is by design. When he gives, it is by design. When he takes away, it is by design. And the design is to teach us to be happy in whatever situation. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತೇನೆಂದರೆ, ಯಾವ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಇರ್ತೀನೋ ಆ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರೋದು ನೀವು ಕಲಿಯು. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದರು ನನಗೆ. Whichever situation. So that was a great lesson, and then I read a poetry some time back, and Meera's bhajans were there. And these girls sing very good bhajans. Maybe they can sing one or two later at the end. So Meera says, she says, कोई दिन हाथी तो कोई दिन घोड़ा, कोई दिन पैदल चलना जी, करना फकीरी तो क्या दिलगिरी, सदा मगन में रहना जी. कोई दिन लाडू तो कोई दिन पेड़ा, कोई दिन फाकम फाका जी, करना फकीरी तो क्या दिलगिरी, सदा मगन में रहना जी. What she says is, someday you may ride an elephant, someday you may ride a horse, someday you might have to walk barefoot. When you are a pauper of God, how does it matter? You must learn to be happy in whatever be the situation. This is what she sang, I don't know how many hundreds of years before this train incident. She had learned that. She says, one day you may get to eat laddus, that is sweet meat. Other day pedas, maybe another better sweet than that. And one day you might have to go hungry. But how does it matter when you are pauper of God? You must be happy in whatever way He keeps you. What a wonderful song that was sung many centuries ago. And the same thing was repeating. So the story of a devotee and God does not change. It is always about learning to be happy in whatever situation God keeps us. No complaining, no crying, no arguing, no getting angry, no crying foul, no abandoning the pursuit, no turning away. None of this is allowed. The only thing allowed in spiritual journey is learn to be happy. So this is what the first lesson on unbecoming us. Because we have a lot of ideas of our own, how our lives should be, what should happen, when it should happen, where it should happen. We have made our own petty plans. But the moment you go and surrender to the Master, He comes, first thing He does, destroys all our plans. And then teaches us, be happy. Even though I have destroyed everything that you so painstakingly built around yourself, but all that is not going to make you me. It will make you more of you, which is not going to be of any help to me or to you in the longer run. So I will destroy everything. I'll take away everything so that I can replace it with what I want you to have. And what He wants to give us is much more precious than what we want to hold on to. Petty things, you see. Well, this is the problem with us. I was just mentioning the other day we were in Malaysia. I saw that one beggar on the road. He is like a madman. They keep collecting all kinds of rags and keep collecting and collecting and collecting. So they hold all that very dear to as if it is the precious possession. But they are mad people, basically. They've lost their minds. And they keep collecting garbage and rubbish. And you'll see a lot of them. Sometimes I see in the markets. They'll be laughing and crying and shouting and yelling and calling names. But they'll be carrying this whole bundle of rags, dragging it all around. So some NGO people were trying to take this away and clean up the man, and sort of that is their job probably. But this man was so aggressive. He was not letting go of his bundle of rags. He was so unkempt, disheveled, so dirty. They are trying to help him, to clean him, to get him some new clothes, and he's not letting them. When I looked at that, I really thought this is what I was doing some years ago. I had collected a lot of garbage and rubbish, and I was not letting go. When God came and told, give away all these things, let us dump that away. I'll give you fresh new clothes. I will give you a good haircut. I will make you look good. I'll make you healthy, neat, clean. I said, no. I just want to be with these rags. My job, my money, my securities, my relationships, friendships, status. I will not let go of any of these things. But in the eyes of the Guru and God, this is just a piece of garbage. This is just the rags that we are holding on to so dearly. Even when he comes and says, I'll replace it with something better, we say, no, nothing doing. We will not give. We resist, we fight, we obstruct his flow. That is why it's important to unbecome us. Because we are incapable of even understanding the value of what the Master has come to give. So it is very difficult for us to comprehend it completely. So the best thing is, teach your mind to surrender, saying, I know I don't understand what's going on. I know I don't understand the design, the divine plan. But I'm sure it is by design. It is by his will. And therefore I surrender to this plan, and I'll go through whatever I have to go through. And after that, this train journey is just a small journey. So much happened after that, so many ups and downs. Till every bit of the you is chiseled away. And only the me is left, the work doesn't stop of the Master. Like a sculptor, he goes on sculpting. Keeps chiseling, hitting, hammering, cutting, drilling, boring, till the unnecessary piece of stone turns into the necessary idol. Every single, and he's a perfectionist. He won't even leave a small chip there, because he wants that perfect, every jewel, every, whatever the feature of the idol has to be perfect. He's not somebody who does a rough job. He does a perfect job. So when you say, oh, I'm done, I almost look like the idol that I thought I should be, then again he'll start chiseling. This time with a much finer chisel. Because now he has to pull out or cull you out or whatever, remove the finer things also. So this process of transformation goes on and on and on. Only those who submit to the Master will transform into the idol of God. Those who resist, they will remain the stone on the wayside on which people will walk, and that's about it. So after all, a temple, we are building a temple, Umamaheshwara temple in Mudanhalli. All the granite has come from the same hill. But some of it is going to become the temple pillars, some of which have been chiseled and carved. Some of it is going to just remain as the cobblestones or whatever, the paved stones on which people will walk, because no carving has happened, just a little bit of cutting and smoothing. And one of them will turn into the idol of God, which we will worship every day. So it is not given to everybody. Manushyanam sahastreshu kaschit yati siddhaye. Of millions of people on this earth, very few strive to walk the path of God. Yatatam abhi siddhanam kaschit maam veti tattvataha. Of all those few amongst thousands who walk this path, some very few people get to reach there. Some one in thousands. That is the kind of filtering that happens through the process of spirituality. Many people start unbecoming, but halfway through they give up, saying, this is enough. I cannot go beyond this. This is my limit. Then the process stops there. The idol remains unfinished. And some another time, another place, if you're lucky, the master sculptor will come again and have mercy on you and redo or restart the work. Otherwise, it remains an unfinished idol used for nothing. So let us not remain unfinished pieces of master's work. Let us turn into masterpieces. That's possible only if we surrender and submit ourselves and allow the process to happen. And as I said, no two idols are same, no two processes are same, no two stones are same, so also no two strokes are same. For everybody, he has a plan. There is a plan to carve everybody into that idol. Everybody has to go through the process of unbecoming, and sooner or later, faster or slower, easier or harder, it will happen to us. But how quickly depends on how submitted, how surrendered we are. So this is what I teach all the students and staff and everybody. If you can just become that, then you can do much more for the world, and without the sense of burden, without the sense of effort. People ask me, how do you go to sleep every day? Especially I was in the US, no free lunches, they say, that comes from the US. So one man is saying, you must be having payrolls at the end of the month, you must be having this, and there is no receivables. How do you manage? If I don't see the receivables for the month and I have the expenses coming up, I would lose my sleep. I constantly worry and this and that. How do you do that? I said, I don't do that. That's why I don't worry about it. It's being done. And if it's not being done, then God has some other better way or some other plan for me. So I will still accept it. If I take it upon my personal ego that I could not do it, then I will not be able to rest. It doesn't mean that I shun away all the responsibilities and don't make any efforts at all. Saying that no, God has to take care. God will take care through us. But whatever efforts we put, whatever be the outcome, we have to accept that. Having given our very best, we have to accept the outcome. So that also you learn in the process of unbecoming. So it's a as I say, it's a very long and arduous process, but it is the process that one must go through. And if you go to a temple and admire the beauty of the idol, don't forget the number of strikes of hammer, the carving, the cutting, the boring, the drilling that the stone has gone through before it could be standing there to be worshipped. Today I sit on this throne and lecture you. It has not come without the kind of, whatever you call it, the transformational journey that one had to undergo. So this is the thing. And whether it's beautiful now, as I said, it's very beautiful. Earlier, for 4 people's survival, I was struggling. And I used to worry, how will I manage this small family of 4 or 5? Today, the family has expanded to thousands of people, known and unknown to me. And all of them are being looked after. As we sit here, surgeries are going on. As we sit here, thousands are studying. Millions are being fed. And God knows how many are getting inspired. And their life is changing. I do not even know of it. God is doing that silently, subtly, throughout. So the person who stressed to survive and take care of 4, today thousands are being taken care and no stress, no survival pressure, no survival fears, because you have unbecome yourself. If it was yourself, you will be still fretting and fuming and yelling and panicking. Because you have unbecome yourself and you become Him, everything has changed. Challenges have not changed, difficulties have not changed, struggles have not changed, attitude has changed. This attitude of equanimity is the blessing that comes at the end of all this transformation. And that is the greatest spiritual achievement. Divinity is equal to equanimity. You can't say I have realized myself and you lose your peace of mind for every small and big thing. You will remain equanimous. Just some fluctuations will happen. In fact, the COVID times were the worst times, where we had one of the lowest times in our history of whatever the service activities. Because naturally everybody is scared, nobody wants to donate, everybody is afraid of the future, nobody knows what's coming next. So naturally, and here there are people who are dependent on this mission, whether they are students or staff, whether they are coming to school or not, or whether they are able to teach or not, they all have to be looked after. Some of them came and told, everybody is cutting salaries, cut the salaries, cut everything, and don't give salaries, it's okay. Everybody has understood this is the way things work. I said, no, this is not what we want to do. We thought of them as a family and we mean it. We didn't think of them as employees. We mean it as a family and we have to look after their welfare. After all, they're small teachers. This is necessary when they are in trouble. All the more if we withdraw the help, it's not fair. So those are the very, very low times. At that time, we were doing this Ashtavakra Gita and Bhagavad Upanishads and all that. It was a great source of spiritual strength, first to me, then everybody else. It was like a reinforcement of those great ideas by reading it again and again, saying this is not the first time that I am experiencing these difficulties. Thousands of years of wisdom has come out of these difficulties and challenges. How many people have transformed themselves through thousands of years of such challenges in spiritual path. So I am not new, I am not first, so that may not over imagine the difficulties. And one shloka I was mentioning to these boys just a day or two before, that is shloka from Ashtavakra Gita, very beautiful. It says, Mayi ananta maham bodhau jagat vichi swabhavataha udaitu va astamayatu name vruddhi nachakshatihi. Very simple Sanskrit, it means, I am the great big ocean. Mayi ananta maha, infinite ocean. And what is this world? It is like the waves that rise and fall. But by falling and rising of waves, neither the ocean increases nor it decreases. It remains what it remains. That is what I am. That is in this consciousness, in the self, all the activities of the world, the mind and the body happen. The emotions happen, the good and the bad and favorable, unfavorable, all they happen in that consciousness, sea of consciousness. At the end, the sea never swells and becomes more, never reduces as well. Waves come and go, sea remains. This we have to repeat constantly. My Ananta Mahambodha, every day I have to repeat, to reaffirm that everything will be okay. It's by design. It's by design that COVID has come. It's by design that we have to go through challenges. It's by design that we have been put in situations, and it's by design that we have to learn to be happy in these situations, not be afraid and beat a hasty retreat. Not allowed. So that is how this mission has grown and come this far. All this is the unpublished side of the story divine, because Yugu Maran told me, I already scared a few people, people by publishing some of the things in Story Divine, which are like quite scary. They all want to listen to nice fairy tale of transformation, which is not true. We try to keep it as less scary as possible. But at the end, it is what it is. And if I don't tell the whole thing, then it is even worse, because I'm fooling them into doing something which they are not fully aware of. They think it's a very nice rosy path, you go to God and everything starts becoming good and all things fall into place, and without asking God starts providing, and you are never having any problems. Not true, not true. If God is really interested in you, He will chisel you into Himself. And if He's just rubbing the surface, then you're not growing. So even Tony Bong was there in my car, a constant questioning. Where is he? He's still here? Oh my God, you're here. It's a harassment to get into Tony Bong's car, I tell you. Start with questions, huh? Yeah, continuously he's asking questions. I'm like, when will we reach the airport? And one question he asked that, why is that in some places you go and you seek blessings and you get blessed and suddenly you become wealthy, your problems are solved, your, whatever problems are, you have issues, health issues, everything is solved. What's happening there, he asked me. I told, there people are fooling around with God, and God is also fooling around with people. That's what is happening. Nothing real is happening over there. God looks at them and says, oh, here comes the beggar again. He wants trinkets. Let me give and get rid of him, because I don't want to entertain him here. If I don't give, he'll keep coming and harassing me. Let me give and get rid of him. But if he's interested in building you into himself, he will not give what you're asking for, but he will give what he wants to give, which means denying you for many things. So that is what has happening. So I told, such places are very dangerous. Where you go ask for wealth, you get wealth. You go ask for health, you get health. You go ask for some other thing, you get that. These are very dangerous places, because no real spirituality is happening over there. This is just skimming the surface. Nothing substantial is going to come out of that whole exercise. But still, God gives some. He knows some place in Kuching, he said. But the issue is that he went there, he didn't get anything. Because he doesn't realize that, but he's on remote control. The whole idea is that if I also go there and ask for a little money, I'll build a bigger ashram and bigger thing and bigger that. So he didn't get anything out of it. And I have also developed a very bad reputation like this now. People don't come anymore who used to come for those petty things, because they know that I'm not going to give. In the initial days, people used to come, few things used to get done. But this is a hard process. Every bit of that small I, has to get out of your system. Nothing can remain. It's like totally disinfect yourself. Even a little infection remains, it will grow back. Like cancer, small few cells remain. You think, oh, anyway, only few are remaining, doesn't matter. No, they'll grow back right again to the big cancer. So this disinfection or cleaning is the process. Not one bit of I can remain if you want to become Sai. It's very simple. I unte Sai ledu, Sai unte I ledu. And Swami only said that if there is this I, there cannot be Sai. If there is Sai, there cannot be I. So learn to be happy in whatever situations I keep you. That is the essence of today's satsang. And you'll have to remind yourself every time when you think you're not happy in whatever situation you are, read this mantra, repeat this mantra, and tell yourself, this is by design. This is by design. Something I have not learned still, and I have to learn that. The moment I learn, the situations will change. Next challenge will come. That's what it means. it won't get better, it will get even tougher, because now you're learning the next big lesson. And that is growth, that is evolution, till you reach a state where nothing matters at the end. The state, reach of equanimity, where pure love, pure compassion flows from you. Nothing else. Pure compassion, pure love. That's the final state. And that's a very peaceful, equanimous state. Now you may ask, before you ask, I will answer. Are you always in that state and always equanimous? I would say most of the time. But because we are also engaging in the work of the world, it's like you might be a very good driver. But let's say somebody is a bad driver on the road on the opposite side. However good driver you might be, you'll have to take caution, and you will get disturbed while driving. Yeah, you will overcome that very quickly. But then that happens. So when you're working for the world, these challenges will come. That's why most of the saints don't get into the world at all. Once they get into spiritual path, they just withdraw. They say, no, we don't want to deal with it. And they take the other philosophy. Anyway, it's Maya. The suffering is Maya. The joys are Maya. So what am I trying to improve here? What am I? No, the saint has got that right. But have the other people understood? No, they are like the children suffering with an imaginary ghost in the bathroom. For their sake, the saint has to go and open the door of the bathroom, switch on the light and say, look, there is no ghost at all. Don't be afraid. So that job, some of the saints only do, all don't do that. And our teaching, our lessons have been this. You can't just have Atmano Mokshartam and enjoy the peace and equanimity of that superior state of existence. You must go back for those who are still suffering in the darkness of ignorance, imagination, sorrow, and teach them also how to get out of it. So that's why you have to keep going back again and again. That job, obviously when you go back, you also have to go through the dark corridors. You also have to go through some emotions. So that's a part of life. But then equanimity takes care that you quickly come out of it. You don't stay and struggle there. You never get stuck there for long. But the other saints think, why should I even go through that struggle? I have achieved this with great effort. Let me remain aloof and away. Let me enjoy this peace and tranquility. But that's, as I said, that's not our path. Our path is to go back for those who are left behind and bring them over. So that job we have to do, whatever the risk and the challenges it might be. This is kind of a small input for the young leaders also, that how do they need to conduct themselves. And as I said, you will be going through the process. There is no escape from there. But if you want to run away from it, then there is no redemption. Khalil Gibran says very nicely in his poem, where the prophet, you must read that. I can't paraphrase everything because it was written in another language, then translated into English and things like that. But he says that you must go through the grind of the flour mill. The grain must get in between the stones. And only if you are ready for that, when you can be ground into flour, and that can be baked in the fire and be readied for God's meal. Only then come here. Otherwise, cover yourself, your nakedness, he says. Like the grains have to be removed from the shaft, right? So he says, only then you become naked, you become exposed to the mill. So if you are not capable of that, just cover your nakedness and go get away from this place. He has put it very beautifully. You must read the poem for yourself. I can't remember all the words. But the beautiful meaning, when a grain is harvested, it's covered with that shame, that I, that individuality, the personality. Then that's removed. And then the grain is put through the mill. And it's ground into a fine powder. And that flour is baked. And then the food is readied for God. So that process one has to go through. And if you are incapable of bearing the pain of it, then rather cover your nakedness and run away into darkness, he says. Don't even come to this grinding mill. So this is a path of spirituality. As I said, at the end of it all, it is very redeeming. With Humanitarian saying, conflicts were there, challenges were there, setbacks were there. A lot of unlearning had to happen. But at the end of it, you feel deeply fulfilled. That is very, very subtle thing, Not everybody can appreciate that. Only those who have a little spiritual bent of mind will appreciate that at the end. So this is what the whole process is, long and short of it. Do you have any questions? I want to keep myself very relatable to the next generation. Don't want to create an idea of spirituality that looks unachievable, too far, too distant and away. I want to keep we all go through this process. Let us do that. That's why I said when an avatar comes as a descent, it's a nice thing to happen. It's a lot of inspiration, lot of guidance, but it is not so relatable. Because you know, whatever said and done, that was by the divine will that a divine has descended in a human form. That's very difficult. It's nice to say and enjoy it, but difficult to appreciate that you can also take that path. Because you don't think you have descended, right? You have to ascend. So if you have somebody who goes through the process and tells you, I have walked this road and I know this is what it takes, it becomes much more relatable, achievable, much more, as I said, hopeful for the people who are just beginning to walk. So this is why it is easy for us to appreciate this. That's it, Yugu. Anything else on your demand? I've spoken most of what it takes to unbecome. You have scared the daylights of everybody here. Any questions you have? So she's asking that you have taken the responsibility of the happiness of the whole world. You want everybody to be happy. Did it happen to you in a moment or it took a long time? It's a process, as I said. Initially, I was happy if there were Gulbarga students were healthy and they were studying well, because that's all our world was. Then suddenly world expanded to Mandya students, then it expanded to Jaipur, then expanded like that. Then hospitals, then we wanted those patients to be happy, their families to be. So heart expanded over a period of time. Till recently when we actually redesigned or retold our story as one world, one family. That's when we thought that why only think of our Gulbarga kids or our devotees in these countries who subscribe to this mission or who are part of it. Why not expand to embrace everybody? And that expansion of heart is a process that happens with that realization. No question, Ila? Okay. What, Bong? You don't have any questions? This is the time to ask questions. This is the time you're quiet. Then you... No. Enough patience for the day. Enough questions for the day. Yeah. He tells me all these things. He asks me questions on karma, on avatars, on ghosts, goblins, all kinds of things he asks me questions about. Spirits and disembodied spirits, what happens to them? Animal spirits, do they have soul? All kinds of questions he asked me in the last 2 days, yesterday and today. And he drives on purpose very slowly. So it takes time to keep asking questions. But why I appreciate is because he's not asking me silly questions. Some curiosity is there, of course, but largely it is a spiritual question. And this questioning itself doesn't come to people without spirituality. It doesn't come to them at all. If the jignasa has started in you, some signs of spiritual progress is happening. That jignasa also is not there, there's no point. You are, nothing you will achieve out of it. So that jignasa is artharti jignasu jnani. It goes like that. So tomorrow I'll be coming to Swami home. I'm looking forward to seeing all the stuff and all the people there. It's a beautiful place, as it said, Swami home. It's literally home of God. And the people there, very nice. They look after the people, especially the elderly and those with dementia. And I met last time, and all of them were so happy. You could never see a better place where people with dementia were very happy. Somebody asked me, is it a boon or a bane to get dementia? I said, if you have done too many wrongs in your life, it is a big boon to get dementia at the end. You'll forget all the bad that you have done. Otherwise, you die in guilt of all the wrongdoings. And towards the end of life, everything starts resurfacing, all the memories of good, bad. So at that time, if you get dementia, it's a big boon. If you have somebody like Swami home to take care of you, that is. And they're looking after all those people. They become like children. They have to restart everything. They learn how to put things here, there, how to organize themselves. Everything has to restart for them. But that is another seva, great seva that you're all doing. It's a very needed seva, especially in a country where aging population is there and many people suffer from this thing. India also is now going, it is now entering that phase of aging population where a lot of them have no means to look after themselves, and most of their kids are either in cities or abroad, many of them. So that's another challenge that Indian elders are facing, which is the story everywhere, but slowly India being a very populous country, the problem also becomes that many times bigger. So we will send some nurses to get trained in geriatric care, and especially people with special needs like dementia, and they can go back and help at the hospital to look after some of them. So that will be a future program with Swami. I will discuss that tomorrow when we come. All right, you can sing one or two songs if you have. What song is it? Meera's song is there? Okay. You take this mic.
मैं तो लीनो गोविंद मोल माई रे मैं तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मैं तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मायर में तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मैं तो लीनो गोविंद लीनो गोविंद लीनो गोविंद मोल मायर में तो लीनो गोविंद मोल कोई कहे सस्ता कोई कहे महंगा 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 लीनो तराजू तोल मायर में तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मैं तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मायर में तो लीनो गोविंद मोल कोई कहे कालो कोई कहे गोरो 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 लीनो अमोलक मोल मायर में तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मैं तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मायर में तो लीनो गोविंद मोल मीरा के प्रभु ओ मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर गिरिधर नागर गिरिधर नागर गिरिधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर आवत प्रेम की मोल जगदेव कुटुम्बकम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
जगदेव कुटुम्बकम् वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् तेषामतिशर्मदा सर्वान् प्रति सर्वदा गर्वाद्यपि दूरगा भान्ति हृदये दया तेषामतिशर्मदा सर्वान् प्रति सर्वदा गर्वाद्यपि दूरगा भान्ति हृदये दया तेषाममलात्मनां याता वसुधाम्बतां पितृताङ्गतमम्बरं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं तेषाममलात्मनां याता वसुधाम्बतां पितृताङ्गतमम्बरं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् जात्यादिषुडम्बरं हित्वा विश्वम्बरं पश्यन् समवीक्षण सञ्चरसु विचक्षणा जात्यादिषुडम्बरं हित्वा विश्वम्बरं पश्यन् समवीक्षण सञ्चरसु विचक्षणा चिन्तय हृदि शङ्करम् चिन्तय हृदि शङ्करं सन्ततमभयङ्करं गतभेदविडम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् चिन्तय हृदि शङ्करं सन्ततमभयङ्करं गतभेदविडम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् जहतामसमानतां जगतां वहतां मुदां हृदये सकलात्मतां स्मरतां चरतां सतां जगतामसमानतां जगतां वहतां मुदां हृदये सकलात्मतां स्मरतां चरतां सतां सततं शुभकारिणा सततं शुभकारिणां भयशोकनिवारिणां सकलेष्वनुकम्पया जगदेति कुटुम्बता सततं शुभकारिणां भयशोकनिवारिणां सकलेष्वनुकम्पया जगदेति कुटुम्बता जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं जगदेव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियंतयु नीवे स्वामी मरियंतयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वियो साई महादेव सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगल हारति अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय